Hello students, good morning everybody. So now we will entering into the fifth unit, that is electrical installation. In that first topic is the switch gear. Switch gear look like it's a switch and gear. That means you know what is the operation of the switch? Switch operation is used for on or off. Gear means a system, on off. A gear means a complete system. So for a complete system, we have to control the system and protect the system. Is nothing but switch gear. Why it is called switch gear? It is complete electrical for the electrical systems. We have electrical system. In order to control that electrical system and protect that electrical system, we are using a different system that is called switch gear. Understand? Look like, so generally in apartments or in companies or in any domestic or industrial purpose, we are using this type of panel board. This type of panel board. It is named as, generally, if any problem comes for the, let's take a apartment. In that apartment, particular home, the power will not come into the home. First we will check the fuses. If there is no problem with the fuses, then we will entering into the panel board. This panel board is completely controlling the complete unit of the electric, complete unit. It may be industry, it may be a domestic purpose. So in that we have more number of switches, more number of switches contain more number of apparatus. From this point we can operate. That means we can on or off from this point also. This panel board is nothing but the switch gear. Name it as the switch gear simply. So this is nothing but the switch gear. We have a control in our home as well as for particular number of houses we have a separate system is there. The separate system is switch gear. Is another name is the panel board. Look at technical definition, that is the apparatus used for switching, controlling and protecting the electrical circuits equipment is known as the switchgear. So what is this purpose? The purpose is switching. Switching means on or off. So in order to on the power, off the power, we can do from the switchgear from here and controlling the power. That means if you want to control power, that means in order to off the power particular point, we are using here. Protecting. It is also very protecting. Protecting means if there is any fault, there is any high current will entering into the our required load, that time this switchgear will protects. From this point it will be protects. Is known as the switchgear. Understand? The apparatus used for switching, controlling, protecting the electrical circuit is known as the switchgear. Right. Here the term switchgear is generic term encompassing a wide products like circuit breakers, switches, switch fuse units, half-load isolators, HRC fuses, contactors, earth leakage circuit breakers, etc. Switchgear is nothing but we have more number of equipments are the combination of more number of equipments. Those equipments are circuit breaker and the switches. Circuit breaker, first is the circuit breaker and the switches and switch fuse units, half load isolators and HRC fuses. We have contactors, earth leakage circuit breakers. These number of equipments is protects our loads and controlling our loads. So these combination of all elements is called as the is known as the switchgear. Right? Is known as the switchgear. Next, we have different types of switchgears. There is classification of switchgear. First switchgear is depends on the voltage available. We can call it as the switch gears. Depends on the voltage available. First is low voltage switchgear. Low voltage means, so we have voltages from 0 volts to number of kilovolts in our system. Up to now we have 765 kilovolts. So depends on this voltage, we can divide the switchgear as three types. One is low voltage switchgear up to 1 kV. That means the switchgear contains, it will operate for 0 volts to 1000 volts. Up to 1000 volts we are using low voltage switchgear. The second, medium voltage switchgear. Medium voltage means it is 3 kV to 33 kV. That means it is available for 3000 volts to 33,000 volts. For this much of voltage we are using medium voltage switchgear. Third, high voltage switchgear. Above 33 kV, more than 33,000 is known as the high voltage switchgear, name itself, understand? So we have, depends on this, we have different type of switchgears, understand? Switchgears is depends only on the rating of voltage. It depends on the rating of voltage. Next, here in the syllabus we have only low voltage switchgear or low tension switchgear. Another name also low tension switchgear. Low tension or low voltage both are same. Tension is generally low tension also the French word actually. Understand? French word. That's why we have got low tension cables, high tension cables, like that. Low tension is nothing but here low voltage. Understand? Tension is nothing but equal to voltage. Next. Here components of LT switchgear. We have low voltage switchgear is there. Low voltage switchgear means up to 0 to 3000 volts. Up to 0 to 3000 volts. For this, sorry, not 3000, only 1000 volts. 0 to 1000 volts. Right. Up to this we are using this. The term LT switchgear includes low voltage circuit breakers, switches, off-load electrical isolators, HRC and molded case circuit breakers, etc. all accessories required to protect the LV system. What are the required things? In this circuit breaker, in this LT switchgear, we required low voltage circuit breaker. We have the low voltage circuit breaker. Name itself, circuit breaker means it's like a switch only, simply it breaks the circuit. So it acts like this. For example, a circuit is there. Whenever circuit breaker is on, the current is flowing from this point to this point. If the circuit breaker is off, what happens? This will be open. This will be open. For that, circuit breaker is off. Better to keep aside. So whenever on, it will be like this. Whenever off, it will be like. Then this, when it is open, there is no path for the current. Automatically, the circuit isolates. That's name is circuit breaker. It breaks the circuit. It breaks the circuit means it stops the power flowing from the one point to another point, like that. So in the LT switchgear, we have low voltage circuit breaker, and you know the switches and half load electrical isolators. It isolates the system but off load without the load, and HRC fuses. Next, earth leakage circuit breakers and miniature circuit breakers and molded case circuit breakers. This combination of all the system to protect the LV system, we are using this combination of all these equipments. All these equipments is known as the LT switchgear simply. The most common use of the LV switchgear is LV distribution board, low voltage distribution board. That means simply low distribution board means which distributes power, to loads, distribute the power to the loads. At this point only power distribution is possible. At this point only power distribution is possible, right? So this LV switchgear is used for the LV distribution board, right? So we have more number of equipment here. In the syllabus he given some components. So we have to analyze, we have to understand all those components one by one. The first point is the fuse. First point is the fuse. So fuse is generally in our electrical system, fuse is represented like this. So generally fuse is represents like this. That is fuse symbol is like this. This is the symbol of fuse. So you have some idea about fuse, I think. We will discuss here. Fuse is perhaps a simplest and cheapest device used for interrupting an electrical circuit under a short circuit or excessive overload current magnitudes. Generally, you have to understand short circuit and excessive overload current magnitudes. Short circuit means, for example, we have phase line and neutral line is there to supply the power. If it is connected to some load, it is connected to some load. A load may be bulb or fan like that. So this power will be supplied. Power will be supplied to load. From that load again it will be entering into the supply. If it is single phase supply, we have phase and neutral. Phase and neutral. Then if load, for example, load requires only 5 amps. For example, current from the from source to load more than 5 amps, then it is called as overload. If the current comes from source to load more than the rated of the current, then it is called an overload. This is the overload. And short circuit means, for example, another line is there. Some phase is supplying to some another load. We don't know that load. It is supplied to some that load. For example, a short circuit means if both are combined due to some external problem, both are combined. Then what happens? The power from this point, the power from this source will be, the power from the source to load is very, very high. That time, that condition, for example, if 5 and 5 is there, for example, then the load current will become 10 amps. It is called as short circuit. And it is called as short circuit. Understand? So by combining the two phases, automatically the current magnitude will be increases. That is called short circuit. Overload means simply the current supplied from the source to load is higher than the load current. It is called an overload. So that's why electrical circuit suffer from the short circuit. Sometimes we will get the problems. Sometimes it is short circuit and sometimes excessive overload. That times fuse is simplest, it's a simple method and cheapest. Olden days in our domestic purpose we are using fuses. Yes, the action of fuse is based upon the heating effect of the electrical circuit. So how heating effect of the electrical circuit? So we will discuss here. Heating effect means simply you have to understand. For example, a fuse is connected here. The fuse capacity is 5 amps. Fuse capacity is 5 amps. So we have some load is there, and we have some load is there. 5 up to 5 amps, there is no problem with the fuse. If the current is more than 5 amps, then what happen? It will have some resistance. So if current is more than 5 amps, then it will get some I square R. So every have some electrical loss, some copper loss, because it is made with the copper element only. So by that I square loss means loss of power. Loss of power means heat. If it is more than the 5 amps, automatically the heat will be generated. Due to the heat, it will be burn. It will be burn means what happen? There is a open circuit is there. Whenever open circuit is there, this supply isolates from the load. Then the supply from the source to load is breaked here. So that's why due to the heating effect, fuse will be saves this load, because load has some particular 4 amps of current. So that's why every element has a particular load only. 3-phase induction motor will take some 5 amps or 10 amps like this, but single phase induction motor will take only sometimes 1 amp. That's why we have to use that 1 amp fuse, and that's why we have to use the 10 amps fuse like that. So that's why the action of fuse is based upon the heating effect of the electrical circuit. The fuse has inverse time characteristics. Inverse time characteristics means it is inversely proportional to the inverse time current characteristics. That means here time is inversely proportional to the current. If the current value is increases, time value decreases. This time value means simply blowing time. Fuse blowing means whenever the fuse blows, automatically it will be open and it will save our electrical equipment. So that's why it is inversely proportional. For example, 60 amps fuse is there. For example, for the 60 amps, it will take the 400 amps current entering into that fuse. Automatically in 0.02 seconds it will be open. If it is 200 amps, it will take 0.08 second. If it is 100 amps, it will take 0.1 second. If it is some more than 60 amps, automatically it will take 0.5 seconds. Because high current increases means the effect of that high short circuit current or excessive current on the load is very high. So to decrease that effect of the load, we have to maintain current time inverse characteristics. If the current rating entering into the fuse is high, it will take in the less time it will be operated. So for 200 amps fuse, basically the current and time characteristics follow this curve. For 100 amps fuse, it is follow this curve. For 60 amps fuse, it is follow this curve. Right. The part which actually melts and opens the circuit is known as the fuse element. Simply actually melts and opens the circuit. We already discussed. Fuse is provided only in phase or live pole, never on neutral pole. Same thing. For example, a circuit. So we will discuss the single phase circuit. Single phase supply like this, voltage, and we are connecting a fuse to protect the circuit. In this circuit we have, for example, we have a bulb. We have a filament there and it is closed. For example, this is a 1 amp fuse, and fuse only connected this is the, for example, you have to take this is the phase and this is the neutral. Phase means supply is given this point to this point, and the current, in order to flow the electrical supply, we require the closed path. The closed path wire is known as neutral. This is the neutral wire and this is the phase wire. Here the concept is fuse is provided only phase or live pole. Phase we are connected only for, there is no need of the neutral pole. Understand? This will only protect. This will only protect. Next. So now we will discuss advantages. What are the advantages? It is cheapest from the protection available. We have more number of protecting devices is there, but it is very cheapest. Fuse is the only cheapest form. It needs no maintenance. Generally, there is no required maintenance for here. Its operation is inherently completely automatic, unlike a circuit breaker, which requires an elaborate equipment for automatic action. So generally, circuit breaker require uh, some operation, but there is no operation actually. It is auto, whenever fault is come, automatically it will acts. Next, it interrupts. Fourth point, it interrupts enormous short circuit current without noise, flame, gas, smoke. So whenever fuses works, we are not getting any noise and we don't have any flame and any gas or any smoke. These are the advantages when the fuse is operated. Yes. But fuse has some disadvantages. The first is considerable time is lost in rewiring or replacing a fuse after a operation. Generally, one fuse we are using, it is open. So then what happens? We have to replace a new fuse here. Every time we have to replace the new fuse here. That is the problem. We have to replace a new fuse here. So every time, that's the replacing the rewiring or replacing a fuse after operation. So every time we have to put a new fuse. That is the first disadvantage. Second, on heavy short circuit, discrimination between fuses in series cannot be obtained. Generally, sometimes we have to use for the circuit two fuses to save the circuit. Sometimes there is a discrimination, it will not operate properly. We have some difference unless there is a considerable difference in the relative sizes of the fuses concerned. The problem is whenever we are using a different fuses, there is no problem actually. If we are using the same size, we will get some short circuit problems. Discrimination occurs. Third, the current time characteristics of a fuse cannot always be correlated with that of the protected device. So generally, we already discussed about these time current characteristics, but these time current characteristics always correlated. So sometimes it will differently operated. That for the protecting device. Sometimes it will not properly operated. These are the disadvantages. First is replacing fuse. Second is when we are using the same type of fuses series connection, we will get a discrimination. Third is sometimes these current time characteristics are not working properly. Right. Next is we have fuse unit. We have different fuses is there. We will discuss here. The various types of fuse units mostly common available are, we have more number of fuses and available fuses are, the first fuse is round type fuse unit, second is KitKat type fuse unit, third cartridge type fuse unit, fourth HRC, H means high rupturing capacity fuse unit, last is semiconductor fuse unit. These are the different types of fuse units. So we will discuss each and every fuse here. The first is round type fuse unit. This type of fuse unit consisting of the porcelain backlight box. So it consisting of a porcelain or backlight box. And to separate right terminals for holding the fuse wire between them. So it has separate white, it consisting of the separate white terminal for holding the fuse between them. this type of fuse is not commonly used on account of its following disadvantages. These round type fuses having the more number of disadvantages. That is the reason we are not using generally we are not applicable. We are not using this. The reason is, first, one of the terminal remain always energized and therefore that means therefore for replacement of the fuse either the worker will have to touch the live mains or open the main switch. This fuse has a problem. The problem is this fuse is like this. In order to open or close this fuse, one terminal always touch with the main. Touch with the mains from this power supply is supplied. From this power supply always supplied. What happens when the power supply is supplying from this point? Then what happens when we touch here? We will get the shock there. That's why this is the reason we are not using. Second, appreciable arcing takes place at the instant of the blowing of the fuse. So whenever this fuse is blowing, automatically arc will come. Arc will come means, so suddenly we are opening a point, opening here, the arc will come between these points because it has a, suddenly we are off the supply. So if you observe the switches, sometimes in the switches also we will get some spark there. That is the reason when we are suddenly opening, we are off the power supply, the arcing will be formed between the 2 points. After 2 or 3 arcing, the fuse unit become unstable. So due to this, whenever 2 or 3 arcing will comes, then automatically this is unusable. Understand? This is about the round type fuse unit. Generally it is not applicable. It is not using in our general purpose. Second is there rewirable or KitKat type fuses. So generally if you observe this is the rewirable or KitKat type fuses. So it is highly useful generally. The most commonly used fuse in house wiring. So in our domestic houses we are using. And small current circuit is the semi-closed or rewirable fuse. The another name of this is semi-closed or rewirable fuse. Also sometimes is known as the KitKat type fuse. We have 3 names for this fuse. First name is the house wire. First name is semi-enclosed. Second wire is rewirable fuse. Third wire is KitKat fuse. Semi-closed, rewirable, KitKat fuse. Look at here. Generally, the power is, this is the input, this is output. There is no connection inside, but the connection inside is like this. When we are closing this, the current from this point, here we have a wire is there, from this wire and the output will be like that. It's like a fuse. Understand? Right. It consists of the porcelain base carrying the fixed contacts to which the incoming and outgoing live or phase wires are connected. Look at here. This is the porcelain. This white is there, made with the porcelain. Porcelain. What is the application of this porcelain? Porcelain means it is an insulator. That means the current is never leaked from this point. Fixed contacts. Look at here. These are the fixed contacts, which the incoming and outgoing live or phase wires connected, and porcelain fuse carries holding the fuse elements. So this is the fuse element generally. It consists of the 1 or more strands of fuse wire. One or more strands means this is one strand. So we having more number of fuses. It is called as the more strands. It is named as the more strands. Have a single wire, we can call it as the one strand only. Right. Fuse wire. Stretched between its terminals. So it is stretching between these terminals. Look at here. This is, look at here. Inside we have like this. The fuse wire may be lead or tinned copper or aluminum or an alloy of tin lead. This is generally made with the lead, one thing, or tinned copper and aluminum or tin lead. The actual fusing current will be about twice of the rated current generally. The fusing current is generally, fuse current is twice of the rated current. Right. The specification for rewirable fuses are covered by IS 2086-19. This is the Indian standards. This is the code. By using this code, every fuse has maintained some specifications. Right. Standard ratings are generally, fuse ratings are like this: 6 amps, 16 amps, 32 amps, 63 amps, 100 amps. So it starts from 6 amps to and 100 amps. But rating must be like this only. It will maintain like this. Right. A fuse wire of any rating not exceeding the rating of the fuse may be used in it is, that is 80 amps. 80 amps. If 80 amps fuse wire cannot be used for 100 amps fuse, but not in the 63 amps fuse. Okay. Generally, 80 amps fuse is used for 100 amps. That means we have, if you use in the 100 amps, when more current, 100 amps is the last current, then automatically fuse will work here. But not in the 63 amp fuse. Okay, but if you are using the for 100 amps, generally 63 amp fuse is there. Okay, it doesn't use the 63 amps. So the simple thing, nothing. Generally 80 amps fuse can be used in 100 amps. 100 amps fuse also we can use 80 amps, but this 80 amps fuse cannot be used as a 63 amps fuse. Understand? It does not use for less rating, it must be used for more rating. Right. So these are the very important things also, fuse ratings. And disadvantages of rewirable or KitKat type fuses. It has some disadvantages. First, unreliable operation. Sometimes it's not reliable, sometimes it's not every time. Lack of discrimination. It doesn't have the discrimination. It has small time lag. Time lag means it will take some time to operate. Sometimes it will take some 0.5 second like that. In that 0.5 second, the damage will occur for the load. Next, low rupturing capacity. So it has a very low rupturing capacity also, disadvantage. No current limiting feature. Here there is no current limiting feature actually. Slow speed of operation. This is the slow speed of operation. These are the disadvantages of the KitKat fuses or rewirable fuses or porcelain. Rewirable fuses are semi-enclosed fuses. Okay. So this is about the different types of this is about the fuses. So in this is about the switchgear and as well as classification of switchgear, components of LT switchgear. In that components we are discussed some fuses. Those are round type fuse, KitKat fuse. The remaining fuses will be discussed in the next class. Okay, thank you.